Hi, this is Roger. Thanks for dropping by. It's just been listening to other people and stuff like that, and this is the time of year where we make the so-called New Year's resolutions, and I don't normally do that sort of thing. If I did, I'd have to give up drinking or something silly like that, and that's just not going to happen. I don't drink much, don't get me wrong, but I have a New Year's resolution for my grow room. I'm going to rationalise. I'm going to go through each orchid, not all at once, take too flipping long, but gradual process, and I'm going to look at each one and assess it. Firstly, as a plant, how is it growing? Is it nice and strong? Is it a good one? Next, do I like the flowers? Because like with all collections, when you start, you grab anything you can get hold of, especially if it's cheap. And I've done that, and it's crowded in here. There are some things that bloom and I think, oh great, I've got it to rebloom. And they either don't last long or they're not up on the favourites list. You know, okay, they grow okay and they bloom, but they're not on my favourites list. So that list is now going to become more prominent. So any plants I come across that I think, yeah, I remember when you bloomed, you weren't that special really. Well, somebody else can have a go at that one, leaving some space for something that I really like. So I'm going to try and rationalise round and move plants on that aren't my favourites or don't do very well for me or are just not good plants, and leave space for special ones. The idea being that the collection gets smaller but more likeable. I suppose that's the expression. And I'm going to leave this question hanging. Every time you pick up one of your plants, ask yourself, how well is this plant doing? And if the answer is great, ask another question. Could it do any better? At individual plant level. And if the answer to that is possibly yes, then that's part of my New Year's resolution. If I come to an answer yes on could this plant do any better, then I'm going to make it do better. Because by now, the plants I've got in here, I've got most of the knowledge I need about the plants I own. So if it's not doing as well as I know it should do, then deal with it. You know, get it in a better place, water it more often, feed it less, whatever it needs. If I have the knowledge of making a plant better than it is, then that's my goal for next year, is to get my plants as good as they can be for me. And I don't think that's a bad goal. You know, I'm not going out to win shows or anything like that. If that happens, that's more luck than judgment. But that's my goal, to make all my plants as good as they can be and get rid of the ones that I'm not so keen on and get in the ones that I really do like. You know, the old wish list and all that stuff. Anyway, enjoy your celebrations. I said I wasn't going to do any more this year, but I just thought on the New Year's resolutions front, we all try and make some. Well, it seems to be a tradition, so we have to stick to these things. And that's what I'm going to do. Whether anybody else follows suit, that's entirely up to you. But, you know, I've just been watching Dani's video about her goals for the year. And I thought, well, we all ought to have some of them. So that's my goal, is to get each one of the plants I plan to keep as good as I can get it. Down at single plant level, look at every single one. Is it in the best possible place it can be? Can it, you know, should it get a bit more light? And if so, give it more light. Is it too bright? Bring it down a bit, give it less light. But look at each individual plant, assess it on its merits, and reduce the collection, and then bring that collection back up again with favourites. And that's going to make this place so much more enjoyable for me. And hopefully it'll make for some nice videos too. Okay, thanks for dropping by, just a quickie. And see you all in 2017 with all our New Year's resolutions made, ready to be broken. Because that's what we normally do, don't we? Well, I'm going to stick to mine if I can. See you next year. Bye for now.